RB Battles has come back for a third season, and with it, a whole new lobby and a few new minigames, as well as the old ones. And in today's video, I will be ranking the old and the new minigames from 24 to number 1. And stay to the end to see which minigame will be in the number 1 spot. Remember, these are my opinions. Leave your opinions in the comment section below, but please do not hate me if I put a minigame in a spot you dislike. This, again, just my opinions. And without further ado, let's get right into ranking the RB Battles Season 3 minigames. In last place for the worst minigame in my opinion, Hot Potato. Now, first of all, this already seems as a rushed new minigame.
The potatoes has gone bad.
Nice grammar. But besides that opening cutscene to this, in the actual gameplay, it feels like total luck rather than skill. I mean, it doesn't really seem balanced because once you have the bomb, or if you don't, there's about an 85% chance that if you have the bomb, you die because there is absolutely nothing to help you catch the person, and most of them just run away, jump on objects, and it's really tough to catch up to them. Like, as you can see in the clip, I just died because that person was dodging me a lot, and it's a rare occurrence to see someone actually pass a bomb. And most of the time, when they do pass the bomb, it's an AFK person, so that completely ruins the game style. Yeah, I don't think this should be a minigame at all, unless it gets a little nerf, and by that I mean a power-up to the person who has the bomb. In 23rd place is Memory Mayhem. Now, at first, it might seem like this is a normal minigame, and it doesn't seem like it has many problems at all. That's what I thought when I saw first glance at it. However, this game is not really the best because of some bugs, as well as gameplay. Now, later on in the list, you'll see what I mean by gameplay. All you really do is just memorize fruits and then go on the platform that has a fruit on the TV right there. And then you just stay on there, and then all the other platforms fall, and then the game just cycles through until everyone dies, or like you have most answers. In that case, the cutscene at the end doesn't play. But compared to the other games later on in the list, there's a lot more gameplay in that, if you know what I mean. Because this is kind of just memorizing and then you jump around. Like, I don't think anyone really is like, oh, I really want to play this minigame. It's one of my favorites in the RB Battles minigame. Also, did you see what happened there? I just randomly got flung off, and so I guess it's also possible to just get off the platform, which I kind of don't find fun. But yeah, that's really all I can say about this minigame. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention this too, but apparently you also can die if you jump too late to the correct platform. This happened to me on stream, but I couldn't record it. But I mean, you could just discover it yourself, and it's going to be weird. Just let us have our clutch moments when we barely get onto the correct platform, please. But yeah, that's really it. In 22nd place is Tiles. Now, this is really just Spleef, so it's already a little unoriginal, but it's not one of those mini games where I'm like, oh, I really want to play this. Just because, first of all, you can't really win the game. All you can really do is survive. And you could argue that this has some strategy trying to get the players to the bottom, but it's just, no, I can't seem to argue back with that. And all I'm saying is that this shouldn't be a minigame due to creativity. I think there could have been a better game that could have replaced this for season 3 that is much more creative for this type of style, but not Spleef, not Spleef. In 21st place is Treasure Hunt. Now, this isn't as buggy and not as horrible as our previous 3, but it lacks a lot of gameplay. All you really do is just shovel, and it's kind of just a clicking simulator. And it's not that fun. I mean, there's a little bit of strategy where you have to predict when you have to go back up and collect the chest with all the keys you've gotten, but still, I just find it as a little clicking simulator, and it's practically luck. And as you've probably heard before, I'm not really into those luck mini games. But yeah, I don't think I can give any excuses to put this higher. I mean, just be happy that it's not as bad as the previous 3. For 20th place, I could not decide between these two mini games. They both do have some strategy in them, but they also have luck, and I just can't seem to favor one over the other. So, tied in 19th place is Spelling Sprint and Simulator Scrimmage. So, what do I mean by luck? Well, in Simulator Scrimmage, you need to rely on spawning in an area with enough coins to get you ahead and into first place. And in Spelling Sprint, you need to rely on getting closer to the first letter. And that's, again, I don't like luck minigames. They also use the same amount of strategy, where Simulator Scrimmage requires you to think about how much multiplication you need when collecting these coins, and Spelling Sprint literally needs you to think about how to spell. But it's just that there's no favored system in either of these games. I do not really want to pick any of these. I do think that the water spill in Spelling Sprint is pretty cool, but you also got the simulator scrimmage randomization, so it's not set to a certain path, so it also requires you to hunt for the eggs. Yeah, it's really tough. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you would choose for these two. In 18th place is Puzzle Peril. It is a team game where you have to do certain obbies to collect puzzle pieces, and you have to get all 9 to win, or you have to just get more than the other team. Now, what I dislike mostly about this minigame is that you're forced to rely on teammates to win. Because since this is all like a team effort, if you have bad teammates, you basically lose even though you may be skillful at this minigame. So, guess what? That factors into luck. Also, this is also to be said difficult on mobile devices. Now, I personally can't experience that since I play on PC and I'm mostly better at parkour, but I do think these obbies are pretty hard to people who are not as advanced at obbies. So I think this either needs like a massive nerf or just don't do teams at all and just fix the way this game style is. In 17th place, the minigame that's right in between bad and decent, Mole Madness. Now, Mole Madness is not that bad, but it's not also that creative, and it's kind of a mess. At the end, they spawn a bunch of moles, basically meaning anyone can win at that point. But they also said that some moles have special abilities, but the only one that has a special ability is the bombing mole. That's it. Like, that's the best you could do. But they do have some power-ups here, where you can have double the points, you can have a speed boost, but the thing about that is that they spawn in random places, which means that you have to be lucky that it spawns next to you. Luck moment. Also, not to mention, the moles are also luck. Whether or not the diamond or gold moles spawn next to you, that's randomization. So it's kind of boring gameplay and also just trusting that you're lucky and in the right spot. So not really a mini game that you look forward to. In 16th place, marking our first game in the decent section, Progress Predicament. Again, one of those multiplayer type team games here. Now, Progress Predicament is like those regular types of games where you have to get your own colored cubes and then have more than the other team and you can take them out. So nothing really special about that part of this game. However, the part I do not like here, again, is that you have to rely on your teammates. You see that a lot as some of my game issues when there are team mini games here. But I do like the creativity with this one where you're on a moving cube and there's like obstacles around you, and especially with the season 3 movement abilities, you're able to like dive around and all that. So I find that really fun. It's just that you have to rely on your teammates, and I don't really like that. Unless you have like a 1v1 situation, but it's not that fun when you actually look at it through like the team perspective. So maybe this could have been higher if only it wasn't a team minigame. I once again had a tough choice choosing which minigame I would put for 15th place and which game would be in 14th place. So, once again, we have another tie, this time for 14th place. And those minigames are Dodgeball and Target Town. Wow, look at that sync. Anyways, the reason why these are tied is they're basically the same minigame. You need accuracy and skill for both of them. Like in Target Town, you need to make sure that you aim at the correct target. And in Dodgeball, you have to make sure that you aim at the correct player. And the difference really is that in Target Town you need more points, and in Dodgeball you need to work with your team. But I feel like this is the only team minigame, Dodgeball obviously, that people are really good at and don't have much difficulty completing. So I don't really have issues with having them force us to work together. But yeah, that was a really tough choice. Again, what would you choose? Because maybe you have a different opinion. In the halfway point of our decent section of the minigames, in 13th place here, a what you can call copycat of Snake.io, Hoverboard.io. Like the name suggests, you're basically just a hoverboard on a hoverboard, and you have a trail and you have to avoid other people's trails and you have to kill them by just going in front of them. Just a normal .io game. So why is it so low on the list even though it seems pretty normal? That's the thing. It is normal. There's not much to say about this game. I mean, it's creative, but just not up to the high standard that some other mini games that are going to be in later on the list. So yeah, that's all I can really say about this one. No bugs, and I like the tips they give us. Even though sometimes I feel like people just go through my trail, I don't quite know how that works, but whatever. In 12th place is wait, whoa. Hold up. We've exceeded the time limit of this video. So I guess we're gonna have to wait for part 2 of this. And I bet you there are going to be many cool minigames next up on this list, where we get into the minigames just shy of top 10, the top 5 minigames, and my favorite underrated minigame in RB Battle Season 3. So, I'll see you in that video. But for now, enjoy your day and goodbye.